Ananse and the Tubers of Yam. It was a time of drought and famine in Ananse's village, and Ananse and his family were weak with hunger. One day, they heard a rumor that someone in a neighboring village had a large stock of yams. Ananse sent his son Intikuma to go over to the neighboring village to see if he could find this person. Maybe if he could get some tubers of yam, his family would be fed for a few days. On his way there, Intikuma met an old lady carrying a heavy bucket of water on her head. He kindly offered to carry it for her to her home. She gratefully accepted. She was very tired. When they got to her home, she offered him some tubers of yam as a reward for his help. So this was the person his family had heard about. What luck! She directed him to a room where she said he could pick out any number of yams that he wanted. Intikuma was amazed at the room full of yams. Yet, he did not want to be greedy, so he chose 6 small yams, one for each member of his family, including himself. He thanked the old lady and went on his way, excited to show his family what he had. When Intikuma arrived at home, his family were overjoyed. Ananse, on the other hand, really wanted to know where and how Intikuma had acquired these yams. When Intikuma told his family the story of the old lady and her yams, Ananse asked him to show him where the lady lived so that he could go and thank him for being so kind to his son. Intikuma gave him directions and Ananse headed off. When Ananse arrived at the old lady's house, he knocked and introduced himself as Intikuma's father. The old lady was only too happy to let him in. The wily Ananse asked for a cup of water. He told the old lady he was extremely thirsty. She left the room to get him some water, and Ananse immediately started to look for the room with the stock of yams that Intikuma had told him about. Upon finding the room, Ananse selected 12 large yams and put 6 in one bag and 6 in another bag. He snuck out of the old lady's house before she could return with the water. When he got back home, he hid one bag of yams under his bed, intending to eat them later on his own. He then gathered his family together and told them that he had brought 6 more yams home for them, and as he bragged, they were even larger than those Intikuma had brought. He opened the bag in front of his family and 6 large rocks fell out. He ran to his room to check his hidden bag of yams. In the bag under his bed, he found 6 more large rocks. The old lady's magic yams turned to stone for anyone who was greedy. It is always good to care about others and learn to share.